welcome to the next dialogue or conversation, transformation of individuals, people from organizations or entrepreneurs, business owners. Previously, I have recorded 2 interviews, which were from our own integral community, Transform community. But today I have a very special guest. And I'm saying special because he has done something really, really special very recently. So welcome. We have Professor Rodolfo Marcone. He's joining us from Spain. He is a lawyer holding a master's degree in law, business and justice, and constitutional law from the University of Valencia, Spain. He is also a PhD candidate in philosophy of law and politics at the University of Valencia, and I think he is also teaching there. And he has, to his credit, published 3 books. He's also an international litigator in the defense of human rights, hence why he is also involved with the recent case against Israel in the ICC and ICJ court from Chilean side. Originally, he's from Chile, but today he is joining us from Spain, where he's living at the moment. And he's preparing to defend his doctoral thesis entitled Diachrony of the Idea of Harmony, Good Life, Common Good, and Good Living. All music to my ear. And both of us, we are friends, but we spent some days together in La Verna at the summer school organized by the Economy of Francisco. So welcome so much, Rodolfo. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Oh, thank you so much, Aneka, for your program. This space is very important for the discussion.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, great. So I'll start with something. I'm going to quote you because I was just reading through your bio, and something that kind of inspired me as well. And let's start from, firstly, you call yourself, I mean, you've written in your bio, a social Christian. So we'll come to that later on, and you can tell us, or maybe start from here. How is that different? Because how is your journey of transformation maybe instigated or inspired by calling yourself a social Christian? What is the difference between a Christian or a social Christian? Thank you.
Important question. But for me, it's so important the spiritual dimension of the human beings. It's important because it's the founder, the human being.
The foundation,
Foundation, yes. This is spirit.
Thank you.
Important question. Spiritual dimension of the human is so important, but the problem is today with the hegemonic theory of thinking or economical theory, the only is individuals. The problem of today is this dimension. For me, the social Christians is the unique form of life, the Christianity, because the Christians believe in God, and this God take a human face in the life of Jesus Christ. And the life of Jesus Christ is super social life. It's with others. All time is in dialogue in the streets with the different people. But for me, it's special. It's a special. I feel this. I feel with my soul the unique form of the real Christian life is in social. It's with others, by others.
Yes.
It's in the service, and this is the most important, because I understand the Holy Cross in this social dimension. The lines of the cross is a link.
The vertical and the horizontal.
Yes, this is the idea. Linked with the cosmology of the world. I think in this idea it's very beautiful for the Christians and for everything.
It's not just for Christians, I would say, because I follow the Sufi path as well, and we do study deeply the meaning of the cross, and the meaning of the cross for us is that self-negation, that I say, I am not, but thou art, like only God. And it's
open.
more about yes, and the vertical and the vertical and the horizontal coming together. And I do another series on my channel, because I'm all about solidarity, about soul. So I do another dialogue with others whose organization are mostly God conscious organization, I call that. And I think ever since I've joined, especially the Economy of Francisco, and I, with my colleague, Professor Alejandro, we have been discussing the Christian social teaching and the Islamic social teachings. And I always say, in Christianity, I see more humanity than on our side, it's more about divinity, it's more about divine. But the Christian social teaching is all about the human person. And I love the way you use the term encounter, that, we encounter each other rather than we meet each other. So this is beautiful. So do you, being a lawyer, how do you put this into practice?
Yes, for me, it's so important. Search the justice. It's a part of the social. It's more important in my life. Search this justice. In general, in this society, more I look more problems in the for example in the judicial in the justice systems in the nations, more problems with the access to the justice for the poor people, for the different communities, immigrant communities. The access to justice is very difficult today. In the international law, is other question about the wars. Today in the world, more different proxy wars in Ukraine, today in Gaza is a war. The humanitarian situation is incredible. It's very, 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 very. No, it's incredible the level of damage in the civil population today in Gaza, for example, and in the Donbass in Ukraine, in the center of Africa, for example, in Sudan, is today the situation is very bad. In the international sphere, in the international, the justice is lost, absolutely lost. The idea of justice to the people. For me, it's so important in working in this area of the international justice, because I believe in the international system. I believe it's possible create other society, international society in peace, in a real peace. But it's more important building peace with justice. No, not it's possible understand the peace, only peace and not justice. It's two spheres, too important in two dimensions of the reality, in the social reality. I work in international law in this moment, in this case, because it's my social dimension of my profession. Ethics. It's only ethics. But I work in a big group of lawyers, in Chilean lawyers, because in Chile living more and more Palestinians. The community is the largest community in South America from people from Palestine.
Oh,
It's a
really?
Chilean. Yes, yes, 500,000.
Oh, wow. I didn't know
Yes,
that.
yes, yes.
Okay.
I have more friends from the families from Palestine, Bethlehem, Ramallah. I living in the little town with Palestinians. My family arrived to Italy, to Chile. But America is immigrant land. It's an immigrant land. But for me, it's very important that search this justice in the international system because it's more so important. Stop the wars in the world. It's so important in this moment. It's a big problem in
Yeah.
this moment.
So, okay, great. So, previously, my colleagues and my fellow transformers, I call them, we basically, our PhD is for practitioners, we say,
Mm.
right? So it starts with a calling, and then you embark on a journey of transformation. It's not for academia or academic. Yes, we do
Yes.
research a lot, but we say unless you put that into practice or you research to innovate, there's no, just writing another thesis or doctoral title is not going to do anything better to the world. So what was your calling for, say, for example, being a social Christian or justice, the personal calling, the inner calling? What put you onto this journey
Mm.
as
Yes.
an activist?
Yes, I am activist. I, but I understand it's so important rethinking the academy because today the big problems in the world is the humanity is involved in these big problems. For example, the global warming is is a very big problem and need solutions, global solutions.
Hmm.
And I think it's more important the practice the ideas, practice in the real world the ideas. I study in my PhD with an excellent teacher in Valencia. It's Jesus Ballesteros. He's an amazing philosopher, and he teach me so much about about this. The real practice of the philosophy is search the truth, search with search in the real questions. Mm.
Yes.
And for example, he teach me about the law is non-discrimination. Is the most important um, idea in the law is non-discrimination and peace and
Hmm.
non-violence. For me, change my view
Your perspective.
because
Yeah.
yes, yes. This encounter with this dialogue in the academia is so important with the heart, mm, and the reason. It's no, it's only reason. Need the academy need more heart. Need understand
Hmm.
the human being in the real, incomplete.
Yes.
For me, it's,
Because look, philosophy was philosophia, which was
yes,
about
yes.
search for wisdom and truth, right? Sophia, okay, whose truth? What is truth? Yeah, I know it's a philosophical question, but we all kind of, and I keep on saying that truth itself manifests. We
Mm,
just need to be open and see. And now, if we look around the world nowadays, I think there is that everything is kind of revealing itself, that how shallow our systems were. Like everything is a lie. So how do you search for truth then?
I think it's so important the colonial lens. It's it's important this idea about the colonial lens because the Western civilization is very complex. I am born in South America. I am South American. Okay, I live in Chile. Is in South America. It's in the south.
Yeah.
I feel this difference between the north and the Eurocentric idea of the world. I think the colonial ideas about is so important in this moment. Analyze the reality with this lens, the colonial lens. Today, South America, the critical thinking is so important. The post-Marxist, but no, it's only post-Marxist. It's a Christian critical realist. I participate in this movement of the philosophy because the realism is so important in this moment. And the colonial idea about it's important for rethinking the institutions, the economic institution, especially in the law, because today the law is absolutely linked with the capitalism.
Yeah. Everything, all roads go towards capitalism.
Incredible. The system, the neoliberal system, especially, is the law working for the powerful structures, not for the poor, not for the human person. Okay, I think it's so important today in the Pope Francisco speak so much about this because it's a South American Pope. He is from the South, Argentina.
Yeah.
Chile. But this cosmopolitan vision of the world is so important. The soul improved in the Catholic Church is today with the Pope Francis is the colonial Pope. It's so important in the history of the Catholic. For example, the Francisco, the Pope, the Holy Father, speak about the good living. The good living is the idea of the indigenous people, life in harmony with the nature, with the others, human beings, with the animals, in this super harmony. Is a very, very beautiful idea. It's an innovative idea in this moment of the humanity. But for me, it's very important this the colonial lens, this vision of the Holy Father Francisco. I believe in the transformative power of these ideas. I believe in this transformation is possible now. It's possible to change this model of the humanity.
Yes.
Because the power is concentrated today in the north, economic power, everything. Okay, technological power, everything is in the global, in the north of global. But I believe in this transformation in the other equilibrium.
Yes. But the thing is, this is why, sorry, I'm bringing our PhD back into the conversation again. But I think our community, that's why we say transculturalism, because what happens is if one culture colonizes another culture, there must be something in them. Because look, the North has given the world all the systems, We look at the global South. We could be brilliant people. We are people of the heart and soul and all that. But when it comes to making systems, we have failed. I mean, look at all these great countries, great poor countries. I'm saying great because It's very in a human way, but they have failed, like Sudan and all these countries we're talking about. So we say that all the cultures need to maybe take the positive and good things from each other and work together, which has never happened in the world. Maybe it will one day, but we live in hope that it will happen one day. That, you know, the goodness of the global south, you know, the heart and the mind of the north, mind as in reasoning and, you know, all the intellectual reasoning coming from the north needs to be, we can't just dismiss that as well, because we need to take the good things from there and learn. But I know that it's kind of all messed up at the moment, and we are really in a very transitional phase. Like
Yeah.
the world is transitioning, and humans, like people, are coming more alive or active. I think this is what Gaza has maybe, or the Israel, the whole you know, tragedy has shown us that, you know, at the end of the day, people do not matter, maybe because the way we see it, and everybody's talking about it. So you, as a lawyer, and you know, you especially for human rights, um, do you do you have any hope? Anything is do you think the transformation will happen in yeah?
I think it is very okay. So I have hope in the future. I have hope in the humanity, in the human face. I have hope in the human person because I believe in the humanity. Today is a transitional moment. It's every is in change because today is a very is a I live it. I feel live in middle of the revolution. But what type of revolution is this? Is the question very so important?
Mm,
Technological, super technological revolution maybe is the name because
mm,
the artificial intelligence today is incredible. In 1 year, improve incredible. Appear ChatGPT, appear or no other model of the artificial neuronal links appear. Okay, this technology is very transformative, very and it's so important thinking the limits, the ethical limits of this technology is so important. Acceleration or stop waiting to this technology. I thinking, I hope not in the technology. My hope not is in the technology. It's in the human practice. It's in
yes,
the.
I
It's
was
in.
going to say that. Yes.
Yes, I thinking is in the values. The for example fraternity
Mm-hmm.
in the civil economy, for example, in this amazing school of economy in born in Italy. In the civil economy is the economy of
Mm-hmm.
the common good. Is
Yes. Yes.
not only search
The
profit.
economy of communion. Yeah.
For example, the Chiara Lubick, the communion, the Luigino Bruni, Stefano Samagni speak a lot
Mm,
about the history of this economic system. In this system, it's so important the human being with the reality, the humans. Okay,
mm,
important fraternity. It's important the solidarity. It's a word difficult for me in English. Solidaridad in Spanish. Solidarity in English. It's important the cooperation.
yes.
Cooperation is the most important in the economy.
Mm,
Cooperation. But today, it's for me so important rescue this nature of the cooperation in the human beings. For me, it's so important this neo-humanismo, new humanism movement, because the technology, okay, is so important for the future, maybe. for improve in the agricultural, in the industries, more industries, more in the artificial intelligence for students maybe it's important. But in the real life, in your real relation with others, when you need other structures. You need value.
Yeah, but I understand where you're coming from, but I feel like maybe we have actually taken a wrong turn again where technology is concerned. Because look, you've mentioned the economy of communion, Chiara Lubeck, and they all these were fraternities, people coming together. I mean, even in Spain, you have Mondragon, a brilliant example. But how many Mondragon you see around the world? I mean, where is that replication? So people start with something, this big purpose or calling and all that, and slowly, it kind of fizzles out. And when the human person is involved, it's our own greed, personal, the self. So how do we encounter that in your view?
I feel it's possible encounter because more maybe I thinking is today it's very for me it's very important the authenticity. The authenticity is so important for me in the education system.
Yes.
The authenticity of the human person, of the human beings, is always a very deep process of the self discovering the self. Okay, it's so important this question about the purpose of the life. Search this purpose. It's a very important question for the young people. But in the educational system, this question not is important. It's important.
Yes. I was going to ask you, do you teach your students about all these values when you are teaching them law or international law?
Yes. Today I think it's so important the change in this in the curriculums. I don't know in English is the concept of the programs of the education in the university and the schools, for discovering the people, the self, the explore the soul with these important questions about the life, about the purpose of my life, your life. It's important the values, it's important practice values. And it's only possible practice values with others. This appears the social dimension of the human, the cooperation, the fraternity, the reciprocity. It's a so important words for change. The other words is the dominate of the ideas, competence. I don't know, competence is everything in the capitalism. Competence, and the other is again other. This idea is very very bad idea.
Do you think it's also to do with the kind of loss of faith, that we've lost our way, and maybe also in the frenzy of secularization, it's kind of we've lost our way. Do you see that as well?
Yes, I think it is secularization and prosperity, two words maybe in the Protestant world, so important in the start of the capitalism, say capitalist ideas, with Hobbes, with Adam Smith. Prosperity is very important, and you need to start this process of the change the economic. But yes, I think it is possible change this idea for the other ideas, for the idea from the south. Fraternity in Africa, for example, the idea of Ubuntu. It's so important, the community in the African. It's the same situation in South America. The family is a basic cell of the society in the Africa and South America. Maybe in Pakistan,
Yes, yes.
your family is the, but in the secular societies, it's very individual, individualist, individualist, or not? Is a correct word?
Yes, individualized. Yes, that's fine.
Individualized, individualized. And this idea is very again to the South. It's a more fraternity, but I think it's a very big problem in the ideology in the of the North, the global North, promote this individual society, promote this values. I don't know if values, but it's so important today to speak about the importance of the collective for the prosperity,
Of
for the
all.
real prosperity.
Yeah, prosperity for all.
It's so important. The other word is very important. Profit. It's so important. Rethinking the idea of profit and the relation with the people and the planet. Okay, the mother nature. Is a limit. It's a limit for me. It's the limit of the profit. Respect the human life and the other life. But it's a very important rethinking this idea. I think in the economy of Francesco, it's a beautiful project. It's in the good way, this project with the young economists and the teachers around the world, with Gino Bruni, with you, Aneka, in this important ideas, is rethinking this model, the model of society is important.
So you mentioned the human person is important. Is that why you are involved with the work you are doing for Palestinian people? The case, I think you wrote the appeal, right, from the Chilean side.
Yes.
What was your...
It's the friendship. I believe in the friendship. I believe in solidarity. I believe in the reciprocity. I believe it's so important in the international system of justice. Care the people, care the populations in risk. For example,
Caritas.
care, yes, care these people because it's in risk of genocide. It's absolutely real, this risk. And the war, the North, the global North war, it's incredible the position. The Union Europea, for example, or UK, for example, I not understand this. But the South, for example, in the case of South Africa again, Israel is the South global appeal to care the Palestinian population in Gaza. It's incredible. For me, it's a historical moment in the international justice system because it's important for the reciprocity in the international relation, okay, and solidarity. So it's a base of the system in international.
So is that how you are going to restructure the justice system? If you can.
I believe it's necessary to restructure the international system today, especially the Council of Security. The Council of Security is absolutely blocked, not in function. It's important reorient our legal systems in the nations and in the international. It's important today rethinking because the legal system only exists for serves humanity.
Mm-hmm.
environment.
Yes. So,
This
yeah,
is our justice. This is
yeah.
behind the legal systems.
Mm.
Service to human beings and the environment, for me, is the idea behind this.
Are your books about this as well? The 3 books you've written?
No, I agree. I write about the constitutional law, but I speak maybe little ideas about the service to the environmental, the
Mm-hmm.
maybe the rights of nature is the concept. Is born this concept born in South America, the rights
Mm.
in the Equator Constitution.
Right.
Yes, it's very interesting for study this type of new rights. Okay, but in the other book is about the Pericles. Is a very old discourse in the old Greek. It's a democratic reflection about the
Mm-hmm.
problem in the today in the democratic systems especially in the Western in
Mm-hmm.
South America. It's
Mm.
okay. This book and the other book is about the justice, digital justice. It's more,
Mm.
but my PhD in the thesis now, I write about this topic more and the philosophy of,
Mm.
I love the philosophy because it expand, expand more topic is possible.
Yeah.
It's more,
Pushes the boundaries we have set up for ourselves.
yes, it's more freedom than the law.
Yes, yes.
And yes, and in this thesis, I write about the common good, the good living idea.
Mm.
Uh, is the question is I work in the colonial ideas from more is for from South America, really, yeah, from South America authors, especially Enrique Dussel. Is a great philosopher from the South. Enrique Dussel speak about the philosophy of liberation. It's
Mm.
very interesting this point of view. I write about these relations in the common good and good living. The good
Mm.
living is an indigenous idea, but in South America it's a mixture. It's very interesting because it's a more part of the ideas is from the indigenous. Cosmopolitan vision is lived now in
Mm.
this moment in the
Mm.
community, and the other view is the Western society and living in South America. It's a mixture, very interesting for the study. And this is my last work. I'm very happy writing this
So,
topic.
what do you have planned for future after finishing your thesis?
Okay, I thinking is publish the thesis in for more people. For me, it's so important. The research is the communication of the research. It's important. Speak with the society. Speak in the schools. Speak with the old
Mm.
people, young people.
Mm.
Discussion with the social society. I think I love my I love the university. I love my teacher soul. I have a teacher soul. I love it. This, and I am lawyer. Lawyer. I love the practice, but in international area. It's my future is international area. This is my idea. I am living very well in Spain now. I don't know in the
Yes.
future come back to Chile. I don't know in this moment for me. Good
Mm.
here, very good
Mm.
location for working in the next step of the internet.
Yeah.
But
No, my question was more about the innovation you will bring or your research.
ah,
Yes.
okay. Sorry, I think it is the innovation about the rethinking the legal systems in these
Mm.
other values. This is my innovation, rethinking in the other dimension of the because it's important that the colonial lens today for the law for the change the law because the problems today with the global warming, with the wars, with the atomic bombs, is existential problem for the humanity. I think it's so important the rethinking the law for stop the wars, stop the atomic power, and stop the global warming. Today is a international war in these topics, because the lobby is very powerful. The lobby of the atomic powers, the factory of weapons, a lot lobby in every congress of the world. It's incredible. But I think in the people today, the young people, I have more hope in the young people, in the new generations, because it's so important. These discussions in the university, in this ambience.
Great. So I wish you all the best. We wish you all the best with your research and also with the case. I don't know what, is it going to go anywhere? We are not too sure, but are you hopeful of any positive results?
I think the international justice is very slowly. This is it's an important problem in the question. But I remember the Nuremberg court for the Nazis. I believe it's possible justice. I believe it's important. Take hope in the international system in this moment, because it's the unique structure in the international system provide peace to the international relation. The International Court of Justice, for example, in this case against Israel in the genocide convention, is so important because the system today is in play. But I believe in the court, in the composition, in the structure of the system. I only waiting. I pray. I have confidence in God.
Yes.
I confide in the divine providence.
Yes. Only God can do justice. Humans cannot do justice to each other.
This is so important. The confidence in God, in the transformation of the heart, is opera of God.
Beautiful. Yes.
Yes. More people speak about the human structures, but I love the spiritual structures. And
I know, that's why you were in Laverna, right?
Yes, I speak with you about this. I love this idea. God is love, but the union is so important. Remember.
Yes. When people start blaming God for everything, I always say, why do we blame God? We don't look at ourselves, what we are doing. What can God do here, right? Really. But it's all man-made.
Yes, this is the transformative power. The most important transformative power is the love. In the it's a biological consequence. Life.
Yes.
Life. Human life.
Yes. God is love. He created us out of love, right?
Yes.
Yeah. It's as simple as that. Yet not many people agree with this, to be very honest. But yeah, we have hope one day. And maybe people like, who have this in their heart, they will just keep multiplying.
Yes, it's important. Reorienting.
Yeah, reorienting. Or recalibrating, as I write about that, recalibration.
Reorienting in the love,
Yes,
everything. It
everything.
is an ethical idea, very important. Practice this idea in the real life with others. Only is possible
So
with the
this
love.
love is manifested in the work you do for
Yes, I
human.
feel this. I feel this. I feel this. I feel this love every day. It's incredible. Because
Yes,
I
fellow
have,
humans. Yeah.
yes, I look, for example, I live in now very near to the beach. I love the sea. I love the sea. I practice stand-up paddle.
Mm.
For me, it's amazing. The sea, the water, and the world is water. It's a waterland.
That's it. Yeah, yeah.
I feel more love
Connected. Yeah,
in
you
this
feel.
connection with
Yeah,
the creation. The creation is for me the most important example of existence to God.
that's right. That's right. I agree.
Mm,
I agree. That is the presence everybody talks about.
yes,
But they go into the mindfulness and forget what the presence is here already.
yes.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. This was wonderful. And
Yeah, no, thank
wish
you,
you all
Ellen.
the best with your case as well. You worked hard on it,
Pray for this, please.
for sure.
Thank you
Okay. See
for
you soon.
everything. See you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Ciao.